Okay, so here we go. Dog is out. Dog's going crazy. Why don't you just... No, you leave the bug bag alone. He wants to play with it. No. Arkham. No. You want me to give you a little pat on the rear end? So stop it. Leave me alone. I can't even. Okay, so I'm showing here some of the these are pear trees here, and there was no new leaves coming out of this 2 or 3 days ago, and look at that. And I want to show you something. Down here you can see the dead dark, yeah, right. You can see all these dead black leaves. They were infested with those black spots. And this one, I had to take off all of the black spot leaves. It looks like it's not dead. And yet I'm not seeing any super evidence of any new growth yet on it. This is the one tree that I really question. Not quite sure. See this leaf? See that leaf right there? The beetles were on it, devouring it. It's got some black spots on it also. And nothing much at the top. It was full of leaves. I purposely took the leaves off because they were so diseased. And eventually the leaf would have turned yellow and fallen off anyway. So this is just the one tree that I just totally question. Okay, and then this tree up here is like I just showed you. This one is the one that's coming out with all the new leaves. So between the two pear trees, if one doesn't survive, at least I got the other one, and I could replant another one next year maybe. But I'd like to save that one. So here we come to one of the peach tree. This one is the Belle of Georgia, and it's got a lot of new growth coming out on it. And do I see any beetles on it? This one had beetles all over it yesterday, and I had some spray to kill the beetles. I didn't have the bag that I'm holding in my hand, as you can see. They say to have it about 30 feet downwind from where the infestation is. Okay, here. Okay, this one's got a beetle on it, and it's devouring. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. It's sort of hard to see. There it is. That stupid thing. I wonder if I can attract it. Smell that, smell it. Go into it. Yeah, go in. Do you smell it? There's more beetles underneath. So, here's another peach tree. And because I did a thorough job of spraying, so these trees were loaded with the beetles. But because I sprayed, it killed most of them. And this one is, I'm looking at Alberta peach. It's a dwarf peach tree. Very healthy looking, but you can see some of the damage up there. Yeah, you better behave yourself. Yeah. No, it's not playtime. Okay, so here we go. This is the bean cherry tree. And I lost all the leaves off of this. And look at this. In the last 2 to 3 days, I'm getting new growth. And on all the branches, you can see new sprouts coming out. Thank God. And some leaves right there. Right there. And in Texas, I just never had any luck with cherry trees. So I was really hoping beyond hope that here in northeastern Tennessee, here on the new Homestead, and it's a small one, we don't have near as much property as what we had in Texas. And but you know, I could plant, what did I have out there? A little under 30 trees, and I have planted already 14. Believe me, I think 14 fruit trees is quite a bit. So here's I'm going to show you another cherry tree right up here. And we're at the top of the property here. And if I can just... Same scenario. This is the one that I can't pronounce the name too well, but it's sprouting new growth. Cherry Montmorency. It's a sour sweet cherry. And they say they actually grow really well here in Tennessee. And again, I lost all of the leaves. Now, again, this tree was planted about the second week of May last month. And it was full of foliage, full of leaves, healthy and everything. And literally lost everything. And it's coming back to life. Just very, very fortunate. This is one of our blackberry bushes. It's huge. It's a monster. But we had a freeze, and so all of the blackberries froze. And what you're seeing there is just typical because of the freeze. And nothing seems to want us, nothing wants to produce on this thing for this year. So I'm going to be cutting this thing back and be doing a whole different environment. This is what the former owner of the property had done. And I'm not really seeing any beetles on that one. And this one here was almost destroyed 2 days ago because the beetles were everywhere on it. And I've got a beetle on my shirt. I don't know if you can see that. I think it smells that sexual thing that I'm holding in my hand. And you know what? It can get off of me. So let me go back. So I'm going to brush this thing. Yeah, it just flew off. So it's following me. So I guess I'm attracting it. So anyway, this is a cherry tree. It sprouted new growth this early spring, and I babied it, and it's gone from down there, starting the new growth at the base. You can sort of see the one main stem that died and pretty much lost all hope that this thing would ever come back, but it did. And then the beetles attacked it, and we lost all the leaves. So we're up here at the top of the property. These are our trees right here. I bought a saw, a gas-powered tree saw. I'm going to be trimming back all these branches so I can walk. Our property goes well beyond this wooden fence here, and it's about 8 or 9 feet to the cow fence, whatever you call that, right there. And there's 120 plus acres of farmland right there, right next to us here. And normally the cows are right up here to the fence. And there's some out there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Oh yeah, and this is, I guess, the former owner planted this grapevine, and it's just sort of gone wild. And I don't know if it's doing anything, and I think the beetles are attacking it. So, oh well. Okay, so here you can see. See, I've got enough land to do what I need to do here. There's our barbecue thing, somewhat similar to what you've made. The former owner actually built that, and I just need to resurrect it. before this coming Saturday, which is the 4th. I just need to get a screen to go on top of that. And here's our persimmon tree that's been infested with the beetles. Here is another blackberry bush. This one, for some reason, the blackberries did survive on some of this from the freeze. And so as you can see here, some blackberries are developing. It's me against the birds. But I've had to spray this too because the beetles were killing it. And here is my thing that I'm doing with the blueberry bushes and the raspberries and the blackberries. So I'm gonna redo stringing all this up. I'm gonna show that in the next couple weeks. What I already bought the stakes and the wiring, everything that I need to do with it. And these are some of the new blackberries that I planted. They are coming up, and I'm going to put an edge around this black tarp. I'm going to put some wood shavings in there to help keep it moist. And as far as I know, some of them look pretty dilapidated, but I don't think they're dead. Like this one here is actually still alive. That's what happens when you buy cheap plants. So here is the Macintosh apple tree. It had the black spots on it, and it also had all the oh my gosh, it had just everything on it. And there is new growth coming out on this thing. I'll show you here if you can see that. It's coming at the tip of the branches. So it's got new growth. So that's one apple tree. Here's another apple tree. This is the Yellow Delicious, and I do have apples on this, believe it or not. Can you believe that? But it was infested with beetles, and a lot of damage started to occur with it, but hopefully I've got it in the nick of time. And here's another Yellow Delicious, and there's just new growth coming out on this too. So I'm hoping in the next couple weeks, going back to the persimmon tree here. These persimmons, by the way, when they grow, it's sort of a tropical fruit if you haven't had one. This is sort of a picture of it. And it's a Fuyu Persimmon. They normally ripen just before Thanksgiving. They make great table ornaments, and they are delicious. They have a unique flavor, they're sweet as sugar, and they're very firm, almost like an apple. And that's what that tree is all about. And I guess I don't need to tell you what that is. So, oh my goodness, I forgot to show you here. So, fig. This is the let's see, what is that? Oh yeah, the brown turkey fig. I had to pull all the leaves off, but also figs are developing on this, and new growth is coming out. And you can see baby figs on it. And this is another fig tree, a different version. It's got one major fig developing on it. I need to mow this yard and get it trimmed up. By the way, that's our neighbor. His name is Herb.